Good day everyone, I'm Mortal Gaming and welcome back to Fallout 76. Last time we came out of the vault, we walked our way down, looting and basically killing anything that came within 5 feet of me, and now we have made it to the town of Flatwoods. We need to go continue the main quest line, which is broken up into a bunch of smaller sub-quests here. All of them very easy, they just teach you about the different game mechanics first, water, you know, all that good stuff. So, I ended up ducking into another lobby. So there's a whole new bunch of people that we can probably interact with. Most of them seem pretty friendly, although most of them are basically up in the middle of nowhere. There is like a level 3 down here. So he's with my level, and that's just a level 225. Hanging around Flatwoods for Lord only knows what reason he's got for doing that, but okay. And someone's already been here, because all the wildlife is dead. And usually the only people stupid enough to do that is gamers. Because let's be honest, we'll kill anything that comes within a 5-meter radius. Like, we just stab out at stuff, even if it's not there to kill us. So, I don't think this hotel has anything terribly interesting in it. Actually, there's another player there. Hello, how you doing? I'm not sure if you actually care about saying hello, but I'm just being friendly, damn it. I always try and do that with players, because, you know, it just makes it certain that they're not playing by GTA rules and not going to kill you. And I think that guy's actually trying to drop me something, but I don't really want to have it. And someone's already taken the lead from within here too. That's kind of irritating. Let's just hope that he hasn't completely looted everything around here. Good, nothing's been touched in here, which means that's vegetable starch. That's a leaderite leg. Completely useless, really, until I hit level 5 or I go out exploring, but still. Now, also, in the town of Flatwoods, there are different survivor stories. This is how having no NPCs kind of gets told throughout each of the towns. Flatwoods has, I believe, 10 audio logs detailing survivor stories, and 2 other holotapes that are, I think they're just like notes or something, I can't be certain. So, we'll go find every single one of those. The first is right here. I'm not going to play all of these, because some of these are really long. They're really nice to listen to, but yeah, they are really long. So, I'd rather just pick them up, rather than listen to all of them, because I've already heard them, you've already probably heard them, so I don't think we need to be going and doing this, and take those bloody wind chimes down. You want to summon the monster that comes to those things?
I pressed the button. Hush! I think it's recording now. Shush! Hello? Hello there? Oh, I think it's working. I hate these things. This is Willie Mae, and I was asked to talk a bit about my life since the war, to help educate future children someday. I think that's nice. I thought I'd just watch my programs and entertain the grandkids in my retirement. But that didn't turn out to be the case. I'm just glad they all made it to the vault in time, you see. When I saw it in a dream, I knew my prayers were answered. My husband Frank used to work in the mines. Just a bit before the war, there was news of tremors, and he didn't come home. I don't know what happened to him, or why he never came home for sure. And between you and me, I'm fine with that. Since the war, I've just read my old newspapers and listened to music. It's very peaceful for once, which is just right nice by me. Ever hear of the Watauga Times Atomic Lottery? The winner got 10 years worth of Blamco mac and cheese, Salisbury steak, and And Nuka-Cola, of course. I played that lottery for 20 years. And I finally won the month before the war. It lasted only 8 years, though. But who can you complain to? By the time it ran out, I had heard the responders' radio broadcast, so I went out to find them and get supplies. Bless their hearts. Well, I'm going home now. For a bit anyways. How do I turn this thing off? Oh, blast these things. Not this button. Not this one. Oh, oh, here it is.
So, yeah, I'm not gonna play all of those, but I will pick them up as I go through and detail out where they are, because people probably already know where they are, but I might as well do it just for old time's sake. So, I need to scrap some stuff, because apparently I'm overweight, and I'm still dangerously... That would explain why. I'm carrying around all this crap that I got from the farm last part, and I never actually bothered to break it all down. Pipe revolver I will be using, but as I said again, level 5, not level 1. It's kinda useless to me right now, and you know what, it's cheaper to craft it rather than repair it, so you know what, stuff it.
Automated warning to all responders. The Mr. Farmhands are out of control. Evacuate civilians and take down those supervisors. Once they're dealt with, you'll have to reboot the server. Again.
So, this is the event I was talking about last part. This is relatively an annoying one that pops up nearly every time you go to Flatwoods. It pays out some good stuff really early game when you're trying to get to level 5. So, we are definitely gonna try to do that, but the problem is the circle hasn't... Why hasn't the circle spawned in? I guess we'll find that out later then. Inside, I assume this is a funeral home. We have all these letters from various survivors that are, like, dealing with grief. And one of them that stands out is a dude called Colonel. When the bombs first hit, he was a little kid, and then he grew up. And he kind of blamed himself, because apparently his father blamed him. And, yeah, bad things just all around. We're going to be finding his notes. There are 2 of them. One is when he was from a kid, and another one is from when he was more grown up. So I'll see if I can find both of those. For now, though, what I will do is I'll go start the first of the submissions, because they're really quick, and we also get the rest of the audio logs that I will need to find anyway. And those are more bloody wind chimes. Take that crap down. And there's also another Overseer's cache inside with some Vault-Tec cardboard standees and a water pump.
Overseer's log, town of Flatwoods. My God. There's no one here. The old tavern, the church, people were using them for shelter, but they're gone. Mutations we expected. But there's something else. A disease. I was attacked by... Well, it used to be a person. But it had these green, glowing lesions, and its voice. Angry. Tortured. We are one. One what? Whatever happened here is beyond anything we expected. And we expected a lot. Before they were wiped out, the survivors called themselves responders. Looks like they were made of firefighters, police, emergency medical staff. They even have an automated system to teach people about treating water, food, survival. I'm doing their tests, and you should too. I know it's even worse than we imagined, but someone's got to know where the missile silos are and how to secure them. The responders are the best lead we have. This is the Overseer, signing off.
So from there, we now need to do the responder sub-quest to figure out where the next stage of the quest is. After I just loot and scrap, because I don't want to go overweight again. Now, there is also a bunch of holotapes, the survivor stories around here. One of those you would have seen down there. I didn't take it because I didn't want to interrupt the holotape. The other one is right up here on top of the thing, and this is one of Colonel's ones. I think this is the original one when he was a kid. Yeah, here it is right here.
Hi. Dasa asked me if I would talk about how I got here. She asked everybody, so I said okay. My name's Colonel, and I'm 13 years old. I just wanted to say I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everything. The bombs and messed up people and the cows with two heads and all of it. I was bad. Just bad. I cheated on my spelling test. I kicked Chip Wilkins in the shins until he cried. I pushed Rosie McCloy down the stairs. I cut holes in the bottom of all the gym shorts and put glue in the mashed potatoes in the cafeteria. I told Harold Newell to eat 10 dead flies a day in order to grow muscles, and put Nuka-Cola in the rat cage water bottles at the pet store. And, I just wanted to say I'm sorry about everything. My dad said if I wasn't this way, that bad things wouldn't happen. I haven't seen Daddy since the bombs, and I guess he left because of that, too. It's okay. I'm trying to be good now, though. I'm not old enough to be a volunteer, but Dasa said I could help collect food and water, so I'm getting better, I promise. And, Daddy, if you're listening, I promise I won't be bad anymore, so you can come back now. Okay. Okay. Bye.
Yes, that was Colonel when he was a kid. There is another tape in there, one of the other ones I talked about, but I'll get that later. We got the third tape. Wait, we did Willie, then we did Colonel, then we did Dasa. Yeah, that's 3. So, tape number 4, before quickly we go and register as a responder, if I can get my bloody carry weight under control again, there we go. The 4th tape is up here, at a house that I deliberately walked past. This will give me tape number 4, and then that means we have 6 more to go. 2 of those tapes are tied onto bodies that I need to investigate. And here we are, here is tape number 4 on some person named Sophie. So I'll grab that one quickly. Let's go register as a responder now so we can get these quests started off. Oh, and before I do that, I just remembered there is another tape right up here. Right up the top. On a person called Tabitha. Well, that's not Tabitha, but you get my point. The tape was about Tabitha. There is also more stuff to do in the kitchen, including more tapes, but let's just go start our responder training at this lovely self-serve terminal right here. And there we go, we've completed first contact. A big dump of XP, because I think I just hit level 4. Okay, that's pretty good for quest rewards. That should also put me up to level 4. And we have started first things first. Become a volunteer responder by completing basic training courses. So we could go look for Kesha McDermott in the system. Don't need to, I already know where she is. Grab the Flatwoods Tavern purchase order out, because that's another holotape. This fridge in here has a dude that died. And he has a holotape explaining where a secret stash is, so I'll let you listen to that.
Help! Someone please help me! Please let me out!
Yeah, dying in a fridge is probably not one of the most best things I would probably like to die of. So this dude said, go to the graveyard to the right most decent grave. Now head up behind here, because this is somewhat of a little treasure hunt, but it's pretty obvious when you've done it a couple of times. Up in this tree log here, we have caps, we have a 10mm pistol, and a reminder to myself.
Reminder to myself. The responders are good people. They're trying their damn best, for sure. Things aren't good, and stuff is getting worse. Anyway, this is a reminder to myself. A reminder that this gun is my insurance. Things get real bad if the food runs out or water runs dry. I get to decide how I leave this goddamn world. I'm not gonna let myself suffer. I'm not gonna die hungry and alone. I can't.
Considering this dude died in a fridge, yeah, that's a bunch of bull. So now we better go find Kesha McDermott, and that's Raider limbs, god damn it. Right, if I actually do find some Raider gear, I actually do have all the parts I need to make pocketed, so that's pretty good. But I'll leave that until after I hit level 5. So, Kesha McDermott. If you were to locate her on the system, this would be on your map. I didn't, literally because I know where she is. She is right down here beside the water. She has got another survivor holotape on her, and she's also got a water testing kit. So, let's play her story.
Bethesda has asked us all to document our stories for posterity, Seems like a fine idea. So, hi, I am Kesha McDermott. When the bombs fell, I was in Watoga, coordinating a statewide science fair for that year's high school kids. And the theme was the future of energy. After the bombs, everything was pretty chaotic. Managing for food, fighting off rabid survivors. Oh, it was just a bad time all around. I found a couple of surviving kids from the high school whose parents didn't make it. And we holed up in a house in town for a while. After that, I was able to solder the circuitry in an old radio, and we tuned in to a broadcast from the responders. Oh, we were overjoyed. The trip from Watoga to Flatwoods, it was rough, mind you. The kids and I ran into a group of assholes in the mountains who stole our food and water. I can't tell you how happy I was to find the responders in Flatwoods. Tents for everyone, open kitchens, medical supplies, protection. We were safe. We had a problem, though. Their water sources were contaminated heavily. People were boiling water, but not long enough to make it safe. So, I stepped up and I said, I'll build a testing kit to monitor the contamination, and I will teach folks how to properly boil water. And I did. The world is getting better, but slowly. We need to make sure it doesn't relapse, too. It's going to take time and care, that's all. Well, time, care, and science.
Right, I believe that is now... I think that's tape number 5 that we got, or maybe it's number 6. It's one of the two. We're almost done with the tapes. I swear we are. These tapes do take a while to listen to, so you know what? Just to stop me going overweight, dump all that in there so I don't have to deal with it anymore. There is one tape in here that I will get to next, because that's part of the quest line, to go inside that set house right there. Plus, there are other tapes as well. Now that's got me thinking exactly where exactly have I missed. I do know for another fact that there is a note in here which details a little stash set up behind this house. Someone's already been here because there's a lot of stuff that's been looted. This little stash behind here next to some dead Brahmin, which people can seem to not stop killing in this area. Right, there's the next survivor story. So I'm pretty sure we're up to like 7 by now. At least I'm pretty sure we are. We could be up to 8 or 9. I've already lost count after like 2 or 3. So, heading back into the church now, we need to head to this terminal up the back here. This is the scientific terminal. 1, there is a holotape to exit. And 2, we need to analyze the water sample. And would you believe it's very, very severely irradiated and diseased. So now I need to collect wood and dirty water, 2 of which things that I have done. And before we go boil that water, however, there was a second holotape in here. That one I think was the water holotape. This one on this terminal right here, assuming the game doesn't have a fit. This one is the food holotape. There are a lot of holotapes in this area. And if you decide... I failed that. I'm sorry. Game, how can I fail it when you didn't put the quest marker on my map? Right, let's make some boiled water. That finishes off that short little quest, and I will use that to create some more tea, which I'm probably going to need to drink in a minute, because I probably haven't... is my crap low? Yes, my thirst is actually very, very low. Where are those little teas that I made? There it is. Simple soot flower tea. 10 HP, 10 max AP, 15% water. They are very nice to have on you. Very, very nice indeed. So, what are we doing next? We've got to check in with the self-serve kiosk and... defend Grafton Steelyard. Hang on a second. Grafton Steelyard is not anywhere near here. Grafton Steelyard is like... I'm pretty sure it's like up here. Why am I getting messages for stuff I don't even have open yet? And now we need to start our next little side quest. So first things first is completed. Very, very simple quest. And that'll get me another load of loot rewards. Chemistry workbench. Oh, 6 boiled water. I can use that to make some more tea. And we have started second helpings. This one, we need to head into this trailer here. There is another recipe around here you can grab. Amongst other things that technically aren't here, because someone's been through here recently that hasn't been me. You can get another survivor's log right here, which I think we're either up to 9... we're possibly up to 9. And on this terminal here, we can go into... we can look at all this stuff, but it's not really that interesting. It's just a... bit of lore about the dude that once owned this. We need to cook ourselves some ribeye steak. Which is possibly why all the Brahmin in this area just... they don't have a good time when a player is around. I am very sorry about this, but I need your meat. This is why you see a lot of dead cows around Flatwoods. Just people come and kill cows without mercy here. Then all we need to do for this one is head back to the cooking station and, would you believe, cook the meat. Because eating raw meat in a Fallout game usually gives you some form of disease. With that done, all we gotta do is head back to the self-serve kiosk and check in. And there we go. Now I'm a volunteer. So now I need to go log in as a volunteer over here. A large horde of Scorched is on the move and might well be headed for our main base at Morgantown Airport. All personnel are requested to report to HQ as soon as possible. Bring weapons and medical supplies. Connection terminated. And there we go. Now we've got the next stage of our quest, which is to head up to Morgantown. Tinkerer's Workbench, plan for a hunting rifle, that's pretty good. And that should be level 5, which it is. Which means I can now participate in PvP. And better, that means I also need to craft a whole load of stuff. Because all the level 1 gear just became... well, it just became inferior, to be honest. I could keep the level 1 gear on, but yeah, I don't feel like it. And I am up to 8 logs, because I just remembered there is 1 log here, and then there is 1 log up there. So this will be log 9. And then if we quickly head up here to this last house, I think, with the railing on it. Yep, this is the one. There is Colonel. There is the last survivor story. So there is all 10 survivor stories, the water and the food tape, and various other little holotapes that you can pick up around. So that's the locations for all of them, including a raider that really, really liked to push a pram. I didn't know raiders were into that type of stuff, but there we go. I've reached level 5, so PvP's now enabled. And I've also got an unopened perk card pack from level 4. Well, what am I getting out of here? Moving target, happy camper, hacker is good. That means I don't have to buy that. Is it annoying when someone answers their own questions? Sure is. I'm pretty sure that's like going insane. It's a better thing, but sure, let's go with that. So that's actually kind of good. I've gotten hacker early, so which means I don't have to buy it. So let's equip that. Moving target is... I might as well put that in for now. And for charisma... ooh, I actually got hard bargain too. Interesting. I'll put that one in for now. Now, if we go back in... I have got 3 points to spend, so one of them definitely will get put into... yeah, one of them gets put into perception, but I will get the perk as traveling pharmacy, because chems in this game weigh a crap ton. Now, perk number 2... what else have we got? Gladiator. I wouldn't actually mind getting Concentrated Fire up to 2, to be honest. Lone Wanderer is available too, which means I'd need to put a point into Charisma. Due to the fact that I am going to do this series alone, I may actually do that sooner rather than later. Gunrunner's available. And these are available as well. These 2 I might actually get early as well. So, in saying that, let's get a point in Charisma and take Lone Wanderer early. I wouldn't actually normally do that. That's actually a change I made. And the last one... ooh, Picklock. Yeah, that one's pretty hard to beat. I'll get Picklock. I seriously don't know why they just didn't call it Lockpick, but I have no idea. Take that off and put in Lone Wanderer. So there we go. There's a nice little start. I will get Action Boy sooner rather than later. So with that Picklock, I can put that to use almost immediately, because there is quite conveniently a safe in here that is expert locked. Wait, what's the first lock one called? It's not expert, it's like novice? Something? I have no idea. And we've got a Stimpack Super Mentats Raider chest piece I may as well put on. Is that like level 5? It is a level 5. I may be willing to put that on. And I'll grab everything else here. So that is Flatwoods pretty much done. There is like a bunch more loot that I can get in here, including some more recipes for Mirelurk Jerky. So I will definitely take that. And also we've got one for Bloodbug Pepper Steak, which is probably one you're going to be seeing a lot, because those ones tend to pop up a lot. So with Flatwoods done, there is like a little bit of looting here to do, but it's mainly just like little bits of scrap loot and everything, like this bit up here at the back. Yeah, there's nothing really much up here. Fine, that means we can move out of Flatwoods and head down to where the fertile soil event would automatically take you if you were actually doing the event, which I would have, but the game insisted on giving me no quest marker. And as like in Fallout 4 stated, Preston Garvey always gave you a quest marker location, as annoying as what that man was. Have you guys cooled off yet? Are you still in you're going to attack me mode? No, they're still in you're going to attack me mode, I think.
Detecting potential composting target.
Really, guys? You need to do this to me now. Fine, well, you know what? I'll wind up upgrading my gear probably maybe off-screen because I'm only upgrading from level 1 to level 5. It's not really that much of a big thing. What I will do, though, is any...
Welcome to the farm.
Yeah, welcome to the farm of the future where you get killed by a dick robot. The event's not active. I don't want to see you attacking me. Alright? You stupid bloody Mr. Handy Codworth looking thing. So in here, there is a very good reason that I came into this place. You know, not to be attacked by Mr. Handies. That would be grand if I didn't get attacked by Mr. Handies. You little sons of... Go away. I know you're giving me lead and aluminium, but still, rack off. There is a very good reason I came in here, other than killing things, which I will happily do. That's better. This is an Overseer's Journal, but not like the ones that we've been picking up. This is another matter entirely.
Overseer's personal journals. Not an official law, just something for me. The Agricultural Center. First post with Paul. I was so excited because I used to come to this same farm when I was a kid. I remember one year, and beyond, me running through the corn maze, going every which way, Mom and Dad yelling after me to slow down. Wasn't gonna happen. I guess I was always hitting my fast. Couldn't just be a pioneer scout. I had to make troop leader. Couldn't just be a good student. I had to have straight A's. God, I miss those early days. Just being a kid. The three of us, our simple life, our simple house. I wonder if it's still standing.
Right, so those are the Overseer's personal logs. They aren't tied to the main mission, they're their own quest entirely. The next one is in Sutton, that is over there. We will be going to that on the way up to Morgantown. Just not this part, and I hear a lot of ferals running upstairs. Ooh, it happens to be a boss. And you had nothing but a grenade and a wrench. You were the most useless of bosses, literally because you didn't have anything. This is an interesting fact too. This must have been in one of the patch updates they had here. The cap stashes. When you pick them up anymore, they don't actually disappear. They're now a physical entity. I guess this is to prevent against duplicating, maybe? That's actually really better because now you don't have to worry about someone coming in here just stealing caps. It's now a physical entity in game. That's actually really good. Because I used to find those things very rarely, but yeah, now it's that they're their own entity. They're a lot easier to like properly find and keep track of. It's really nice. As far as what the story is concerned for this place was like Vault-Tech's like science center for agriculture or something. Apparently after the bombs hit, this dude came along, tried to get the place up and running for the responders, found this terminal for the robots, those Mr. Farm Handies that you see roaming around, and he decided to start figuring out how to switch them back on. Then one day he overwrit something in their systems, they caused everything to go nuts, and basically from time to time, the robots will see anything as acceptable organic material for compost. So I bet that dude's like regretting his decision, because he's now made a mess that I have to now clean up every time I come to bloody Flatwoods, except this time because the quest marker didn't actually spawn in for me. But it's still a very interesting story nonetheless. And if you were doing that particular event, you would have to come here to this terminal and switch off the targeting parameters for humans, making them acceptable to walk around in and not having them shoot red laser beams at your face, because red laser beams hurt. You're not as annoying as what you used to be. That's now reserved for all the new enemies, and... okay, there's no more. I will collect all those fire caps though, because they make one hell of a good soup. I've also got a chest with a Raider right arm. That's good. I might actually use Raider gear now that I've got pocketed for it. And that's about it for this place. There's really not much else here. There's a bit of a dick doll as well, along with a bit of crafting material, but that's about all we have for this place. So let's get out of here. I reckon the last bunch of things I can do is I just want to go have a look at down here. There's a couple of interesting locations down there I'd like to show off. So, we're coming up to our next little set of little locations that I want to show off, because they've got some little interesting things inside of them. The first one of importance is this building right next to me. This is one of the workshops that are in the game. Now, workshops work a little bit differently the way they did in Fallout 4. These are no longer like set locations for you now. Basically, the way this works is you clear it out of enemies if it hasn't already been done already. And in this case, no, it hasn't. There is a lot of you. And there's also a level 9 there I should be pretty wary of. Oh, god damn it. Go away. Is there any more of you? Yeah, of course there's more of you. So, the way this works is, once you clear out all these enemies and grab all their delicious loot off them, the idea is you go up to the workbench, basically click it, accept the cap fee that you have to pay for activating the workshop, and then you have to wait a set time until this thing reaches the top. This workshop then comes under your control. Other players can battle you to take control of this place, so you need to be wary if you've got like a bunch of higher level people that want to be a bunch of dicks, but I really haven't had much of an issue with that in the past. And then once it's yours, you can like farm resources here. It even tells you on the map what exactly there is. So this one's food, junk, aluminium if you badly need it. But I reckon really quickly, I might actually go clear off the last of these guys, even though I'm now overweight, which is kind of an issue. I'm not actually going to claim this place, by the way, because I'd rather keep my caps. There is a little bit of a reward when you first claim your first workshop. You get given a bunch of defensive things for building in your camp, which I will do eventually, but I'd rather not waste my caps on this place right now because I really don't need to. I don't need to have it here at the moment. So the last two places that I want to show off are literally just across the road from it. One is I think that's what, a substation? I think that's what you call it, or a transformer or something. And the other one's a little trailer park that has an interesting little note in it. So first off, let's go deal with whoever's in here, and I should really go upgrade my gear before I do any of this, because I really need to upgrade my gear. Come on, Scorched, where are ya? Right, there's the boss, and I'm also overweight, so all my action points are gone. These guys aren't too bad. Especially if I'm using, like, level 1 gear. They're really not too bad. I totally killed a dude here. Where is he? How the hell did you get in here? Hello? Who's there? That's right. No one can stand up to the power of the 10 mil right until I get a pipe revolver, which is normally really... I don't know why the 10mm is so useless in this game. It used to be really good in Fallout 4, and now I hardly ever use it. I use it a tiny bit at the start of the game, and then I never ever touch it again. I physically don't know why. Something about it is I just don't bother using it anymore. Who's shooting at me? There we go. That cleans out those guys, and it also probably gets me a bunch of weapons that I can use myself. How far am I overweight? I am well overweight. I should probably get to a workbench somewhere along the line and drop all my crap off. However, though, I'll do that off camera. I'll set up all my gear off camera for this one time. So I'm literally only moving stuff over to level 5. The last place I want to visit is right here. This trailer park. There's not a lot of, like, exciting stuff that happens in, like, these places. It's just, I want to show stuff off. This game has got a lot of locations in it, but still I want to show off as much as what I can in my series of this game. Now, assuming no one has looted this place yet, and by the looks of it they haven't, because everything is shut and fresh and exciting and sexy, like those can chimes. And also a bunch of mole rats that I may or may not have pissed off. Are you little bastards gonna come out from your hidey hole? So I can whack a mole? I actually wonder, is it in here? And there is also a radio in here I want to get rid of, because, you know, copyright. Well, there goes my golf club. There we go, and all he has to give me is some Rad-X. That is really, really, really disappointing. Ooh, cooking oil. That's a source of oil. And a source of something else that I can't fully remember what it is. So that holotape, it is... Actually, no. It is still here. And it is Colton Pickens' police report.
This is Deputy D.B. Walton. Interview started at 3:35 a.m. All right, Mr. Pickens. Tell me everything that happened by starting from the beginning.
I was out behind my hot dog stand, taking out the trash, and I saw this light shining from the woods. At first, I thought it was a hunter with a flashlight. But then, the light started changing.
Changing? How?
Well, the light started turning different colors. First it was blue, and then green, and then red, and then back to blue. Wait, maybe it was green, blue, red. No, actually it's red, blue.
Yup, we get it. What happened next?
I suddenly got real dizzy, and I dropped the trash bag I was carrying. Next thing I knew, I was on the ground. I don't even remember falling. But I looked up, and that's when I saw it.
Can you be more specific?
It was a man. It also wasn't a man. Huge black eyes, and it was wearing like a spacesuit or something. What was really weird was that it wasn't saying anything. But I could hear it anyway. In my mind, it told me to follow it onto its spaceship.
Flatwoods monster again? All right, I've heard enough. Colton Pickens, I'm arresting you for drunken disorderly conduct and indecent exposure.
Indecent what? What are you talking about? I didn't do anything wrong.
Colton, we found you on the roof of your shack, buck naked, yelling at the top of your lungs. Your blood alcohol was .23. And it took 4 deputies to get you into handcuffs. We all go on a bender now and then, but you need to keep it at home.
What? No! Come on! You have to believe me! The monster made me drunk. It was experimenting on me, controlling my mind. When are you people gonna do something about the Flatwoods monster? It needs to be killed!
I've had enough. Just get him out of here. This is Deputy D.B. Walton. Interview terminated.
And there we go. Apart from hitting level 6, we have some details about the Flatwoods monster. The only cryptid I don't think I've run into, apart from the Mega Sloth, but I think I've, like, seen one in-game. It's just, you know, not been alive. And now that I am level 6, that is so nice. I have no idea what perk I'm going to pick, but I'm sure I will figure it out later. So, this is where I'll leave this video off for today. Next time, now that we've finished Flatwoods, I think it's time that we start slowly heading up north to Morgantown. Excuse me, fellas. Do you mind? Like, seriously. Do you mind? And someone wants me to join their team. That's definitely not going to happen. I'm kind of busy. So yeah, we'll head up to Morgantown next time. We'll slowly head up to it anyway. There is a thing at the lighthouse that I want to do, as well as exploring a couple of more of these areas. So we should reach Morgantown probably within the next maybe 2 parts or so. It won't be long. I can go through these areas pretty quickly. So, drop a like, leave a comment, and I will see you all in the next video.